All right, all right, all right. So today on Streaming Idiots, we're going to talk about this little guy. And he's not little, he's huge. He's mammoth. He's got 7 X16 PCIe slots. Amazing. Can't use them all, but nevertheless, they're there. So we're going to be talking about this and all the stuff that goes along with it today on Streaming Idiots. So stay tuned.
We're the Streaming Idiots, having the time. With Tom Sinclair guiding, we're feeling so fine. A vMix on the screen, we're ready to play. A custom built PCs, taking tech to the fray. Making live production feel like a breeze. Got the rhythm pumping, we do it with ease. From setups to transitions, we're flying high. In the world of streaming, we're touching the sky. Streaming Idiots, we're living the dream. With tech support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our VMix adventure. The future is bright. Lights, camera, action, the stage is set. From podcasts to webinars, we're never upset. Tech at our fingertips, the power's so real. Loading up the content, let the viewers feel. Building connections, we're breaking the mold. Every frame a story, every tale told. In this vibrant world, we're living with flair. Streaming Idiots unite, let's take it from Streaming Idiots. Streaming Idiots, we're living the dream. Living the dream. We take support in the mix. Oh, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our VMix adventure. The future is bright. We got tips and tricks all wrapped in a show. In our extra fun, let the good times flow. From sports to the arts, we're taking the lead. With vMix by our side, there's nothing we need. Troubleshooting smoothly, no hassle or fuss. In the world of tech, we're igniting the buzz. Streaming Idiots, we're living the dream. With support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our VMix adventure. The future is bright. So here's to the journey. Let's raise a toast for Tom Sinclair and the team we love most. Streaming Idiots, forever we're ruling the scene. With vMix and support, here living the dream. We're the Streaming Idiots, having the time. With Tom Sinclair guiding, we're feeling so fine. A vMix on the screen, we're ready to play. A custom built PCs, taking tech to the fray. Making live production feel like a breeze. Got the rhythm pumping, we do it with ease. From setups to transitions, we're flying high. In the world of streaming, we're touching the sky. Streaming Idiots, we're living the dream. With tech support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our VMix adventure. The future is bright. Lights, camera, action, the stage is set. From podcasts to webinars, we're never upset. Tech at our fingertips, the power's so real. Loading up the content, let the viewers feel. Building connections, we're breaking the mold. Every frame a story, every tale told. In this vibrant world, we're living with flair. Streaming Idiots unite, let's take it from Streaming Idiots. Streaming Idiots, we're living the dream. Living the dream. We take support in the mix. Oh, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our VMix adventure. The future is bright. We got tips and tricks all wrapped in a show. In our extra fun, let the good times flow. From sports to the arts, we're taking the lead. With vMix by our side, there's nothing we need. Troubleshooting smoothly, no hassle or fuss. In the world of tech, we're igniting the buzz. Streaming Idiots, we're living the dream. for Tom Sinclair and the team we love most. Streaming idiots forever, we're ruling the scene with vMix and support. Here living the dream. We're the streaming idiots, having the time with Tom Sinclair guiding. We're feeling so fine. vMix on the screen, we're ready to play. Custom built PCs, taking tech to the fray. Making live production feel like a breeze. Got the rhythm pumping, we do it with ease. From setups to transitions, we're flying high. In the world of streaming, we're touching the sky. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. With tech support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our v's adventure. The future is bright. Lights, camera, action, the stage is set. From podcasts to webinars, we're never upset. Tech at our fingertips, the power's so real. Loading up the content, let the viewers feel. Building connections, we're breaking the mold. Every frame a story, every tale told. In this vibrant world, we're living with flair. Streaming idiots unite, let's take it from streaming idiots. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. Living the dream. We take support in the mix. We're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man. Tom Sinclair's the man, bringing us live in our vMix adventure. The future is bright. We got tips and tricks all wrapped in a show. And our X are fun, let the good times flow. From sports to the arts, we're taking the lead. With vMix by our side, there's nothing we need. Troubleshooting smoothly, no hassle or fuss. In the world of tech, we're igniting the buzz. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. With support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our vMix adventure. The future is bright. So here's to the journey. Let's raise a toast for Tom Sinclair and the team we love most. Streaming idiots forever, we're ruling the scene with vMix and support. Here living the dream. We're the streaming idiots.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. What kind of trouble have we gotten ourselves into this week? Holy cow. All right, let's see. Make sure we got audio. Yep, we got audio. We got video. We got video. We're streaming. We're streaming. We can see that there. Jesper's here. Well, we're ready to go. I mean, can you tell? I'm kind of excited about today's show. Not that we haven't done this Obtanium build before, because we have, but it's always fun when we do. Hey, Bill, glad you're here. Welcome. Let's get to the right screen over here. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's always fun to do something that is special. And I love building the Obtanium PCs. I don't build, that's not the build that I build the most. The build I build the most is the, what is it? Reference Systems. It would be the Ruby. Is it Ruby? Is it the Ruby? Hold on, I'm checking right here. Yeah. Yeah, it would be the Ruby that I build the most. What's the Topaz? Build the Topaz? Yeah, no. The Ruby is kind of the Ruby is my specialty. That's the old i7. Topaz is the i9, and the Obtanium is the Xeon W5-2565X CPU. And so it, kind of being on a server platform it presents a whole new set of challenges. You know, it's like, I use this analogy all the time with folks. When you drive to the grocery store, which I never drive to the grocery store, but if I did, I would, I guess I do sometimes. I drive the same path. You know, I go down here, take a right, take a left, take a right, pull into the parking lot. But if it's a new place or a place that I don't visit quite so much, I don't always remember exactly how to get there. And I have to go by any notes that I have from my previous trip, or GPS, or whatever. And it's inevitable. It's fun, but it's inevitable that I end up going the wrong way, going down a street that doesn't take me to the grocery store. So, you know, what can I say? It's a challenge, but I do get to the grocery store, and I get to the grocery store beautifully. In the very, very, very best way. Because any streets that I turn down that I shouldn't have turned down, I make sure that that's not an issue. So we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna look at this machine. Yeah, it's not back there yet, but I'll show it to you in just a second. And we'll play and have fun. Most folks will not ever need an Obtanium system. They just won't. Unless you're doing, you know, 16 HD cameras or 6 4K cameras, you're just not going to need it. It's the occasional high-end application. And this particular application, the one we're building for, is for I think it is for a city hall, kind of the city council meeting room where all the big stuff happens. And they want to sort of, and they're building a new building. And so the folks that are doing the AV for that reached out to us and said, you know, can you do this? And we're like, yeah, of course. In fact, it was kind of funny. They reached out to us back last summer and said, about how much would it cost to do this, 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 and this? And I said, you know, on the back of an envelope, you know, it's going to be X. And then mid-December, I get a PO for X. I was like, whoa, hold on a second. Number one, our quotes are only good for 30 days. And number two, that wasn't a quote. That was just an off the back of the envelope estimate. So we had to go around and round a little bit. But anyway, it's okay. It's all good now. So yeah. So let's see. Okay, we got 59. We have 59 seconds. So let me get the screen right here. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. This will be. What will this be? This will be. It might be memorable. How about that? Might be memorable. Might be memorable. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? We ready to go? We got this up. We got that up. We got this right. And we've got 22 seconds. Oh, what the heck. Let's start early. Yes, indeedy. Thanks so much again, Martin K., for building that intro, and continue to love it. Continue to love it. So today we are going to be talking about, I had the box a little while ago, but I put it away. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the vMix Obtanium build. What is the vMix Obtanium build? The vMix Obtanium build is a set of specifications. Let me pull them up here. I've got them right there on the desktop capture. There we go. Set of specifications for how to build a system that will do 6 4K cameras up to 60p. or 24 HD cameras. 24 HD. So that would be like 3 Blackmagic Decklink Quad 2 cards, or 2 Blackmagic 8K Pro cards. Yeah, anyway, it would be a bunch of cards. And then NDI and SRT. There we go. And one day, OMT. And we're thinking. And then 8 camera instant replay at HD, or 2 cameras at 4K. Is that 60? Oh, it doesn't really say, but I bet it is. And the specs are the Gigabyte server motherboard, and that's what I was holding the box for in the preview slide. That's a big deal. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 Super is a big deal. And then, of course, where is it? Right here. The Xeon W5-2565X is, not only is it a big deal, but it's a big CPU. It is a big CPU. And all this other stuff, the Silverstone case, that's a perfect fit for this build. The Silverstone cooler, as you may remember from the very first time we attempted to build one of these live, the Silverstone cooler is very, very important, because the little, i7 and i9 coolers are for a CPU chip that big, but this one is for a CPU that's that big. So yeah, and then of course the Corsair RAM right here is a special set of RAM that you're not going to just find in your closet. Everything else is pretty standard stuff. The storage drives, the power supply, the operating system, yeah, all that stuff. So what we want to do today is I want to show you the progress that I've made so far, and then let's fire it off together. So let me, this is what it looks like from the top. Boom. And I'm going to walk over there, and let's see, can we do a full screen with that as part of the full screen so I can see it? Do output. Nope, hold on. Golly gee. It's fun having all these tools, but don't always get them right. All right, so that's what you're seeing right there, and that's what I'm seeing right there, and that's actually a live shot. I can prove to you it's a live shot because I can put my hand in it. In fact, I just hooked up this USB 3 connector here. It's funny, builds like this, for folks that build PCs all the time, it's like, oh yeah, no problem, until you get to a situation where that header right there is, let me get my hand out of the way, and I'll point again. That header right there normally is mounted facing up. In this case, it's mounted facing to the side. So you have to get a 90-degree adapter in order to make it work. The cooler for the motherboard, I don't know if you guys can see, let's see, right here on the edge, you notice that's a Torx connector. Unless you have a T30 Torx tool, you're not going to be able to get that sucker mounted the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, right there. Torx, boom. Tighten, good job. It's interesting where some of the power connectors are, not where you would normally expect them. They're there. Tons of space for RAM. And then look, you can't really see all of them because 3 of them are covered up by this graphics card, but you've got 4 X16 PCIe slots. Now, the way this CPU works with this motherboard, you only get to use 3 of those slots, but they're full X16 slots. I've got a SSD mounted right here, and I've got another one coming that I'll mount here. It only has the 2 SSD slots. So if you need more SSD, you're going to have to use a PCIe card. What else is unique about this build? Lovely let me get out of the shot here. Lovely, lovely, lovely water cooler with the pump actually built into the cooler itself as opposed to built in to the tab that sits on top of the CPU. And then we've got 3 monster fans sitting up underneath here. You can't really, you can see the tips of them to keep everything nice and cool. This case flows air very nicely, comes with 2, what are those, maybe 80 millimeter fans in the back. And I've got, as you can see, I've got a couple of cables that I have yet to connect. I don't even know that I can connect that one. We'll see. That's the USB. I think that's USB-C. We'll take a look. So not through with all my wiring and tidying up inside the case, but I am to the point where we can take this over and we can fire it off for the first time. Yeah. Oh, let me show you the back while we're up there. Let's just see if that'll work. Can we tilt it like this? Nothing fancy back here. Typical kind of motherboard backplate. And again, just lots of open slots. The 4080 Super just has 3 display ports and 1 HDMI. All right, let's grab this guy firmly and we'll take him over to the other workbench where we can plug him in and get him going. So give me a chance to drop this. Well, not drop it, but you know, set it on the bench, drop it, and I'll get out of the way. Whoops, it's already fired up. That's the one thing that shocked me about this thing the very first time. And let me switch over to that camera. There we go. Is that it turns on automatically. Am I here? Yeah, here I am. Oh, there's my camera right there. It turns on automatically, so it's like, you know, I thought there was something wrong, something that I had connected wrong the first 3 times I built this, or actually the first time. The other times, not so much. But yeah, let's see. It's got a train RAM, and it's got 4 sticks, 16 gigs each of RAM. So we've got those sitting in there, 2 on one side of the CPU, 2 on the other side of the CPU. And let's see. My recollection is the very first time I did this, that it took a lot longer than I expected for it to go into BIOS the very first time, for it to post. So we'll give it just a second here. The fan is running at sort of a steady speed, so that gives me an idea that something is happening. It's not, the fans aren't shrieking maxed out like they'll do sometimes if things aren't connected properly. Let's see. How are we doing? I got a note on the power supply. You may notice the fan is not turning. There was a note taped to the power supply from the power supply company. Oh, look at this. We have a Gigabyte. What's going to happen next? Are we going to go to BIOS? No. We're going to a server screen of some kind. So we're here in shell. I don't know if you can see that down at the bottom, shell. I'm just going to exit shell, EXIT, and that should take me to BIOS. Yay! Woo! BIOS. All right. So we're good to go here. This is better than I expected. Now this is BIOS version R09. Don't know if you can see that right there. BIOS version R09. And R09 is from April of 2025. I think that they have had a couple of updates since then, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. The reason that's significant is the last time I built these guys, the motherboard was not compatible with Windows 11 25. H20, what was it, H25.1 or 0 or whatever it was. And so we had to get a special version of Windows for the motherboard from the Gigabyte folks. So we're going to see if this version here, oh, and the problem was the NVIDIA driver. It would cause the whole thing to crash. So let's see if we can't get Windows to install here while we chat, and then install the driver and see if it works. I don't know if we have enough time for that, but let me grab my thumb drive over here. It's got Windows 11 on it. And let's see if we can't get a boot to that. Let's see. Can we just save and exit? Let's just try exiting. Exit. Quit without saving. Yes. And so we're going to go back to the other place. All right, see if we can exit again. Does that take, no, it takes us back to BIOS. So let's see if we can boot to boot option 1 is the hard drive. Let's make the USB device the boot option 1. So we got that, and we will save and exit. Let's see if we can get in real trouble now. Escape. Exit. Nope, we're in a loop. Okay, let's think about this for a second. We want to boot, it does say the USB device, boom, 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 right there. Boy, it's a shame I can't boot without going back to that, that other screen. Fast boot is disabled, that's good. Endless retry boot is disabled. Quiet boot is enabled. Well, let's go back to disable quiet boot. See if that helps. And if you've got an idea, just chime in. It's been a little while since I've done this. Boot and save. There we go. Press any key to continue. Nope, I think we're going to go back into the same loop we were in before. Let's see if we've got another choice on that loop. Sit tight. Here we go. Here we go. Skip startup NSH. Okay. Let's try that one again. Exit. Go out of BIOS. This is my life, folks. This is my life right here. Exit. Or any other key to continue. Exit. How about quit? See if that gives us anything different. UIT. Nope, doesn't recognize quit. What about help? Oh yeah, gives us a lot of stuff in help. Set, shift, stall, time, type, unload, quit, slash, how about, want to do that? Quit slash S, it's not a file. Quit slash S. Nope, still. I just, oh, quit, how about quit slash display? Nope. How about help slash display? Don't know what a, well, let's just do, can we do help and then pause? I have a pause button. Yes. But it doesn't work. Okay. Well, let's just try help slash screen. Unknown flag screen. Ha. Well, good news is we can get to the BIOS. Now we just need to figure out how to boot to the USB device. None of that works. Let's exit again. How did we get out of this before? Do we have a directory? Is this like MS-DOS? No. Current directory not specified. Can we go to the C drive? C is not a valid mapping. Well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Welcome, Gunner. Welcome, Jono. Welcome, Otis. Glad to have you guys here. And meanwhile, I am trying to figure out how to get past this screen on my Gigabyte MW83-RP0. There's got to be some information somewhere on that. All else fails. Pull out your phone. Let's see what the phone says. The phone says Gigabyte. No display, no beep codes, just intermittent fans. Well, I'm past that point. Going back and forth with Gigabyte support. They weren't getting it to do anything. Well, no help there. You guys got some ideas? I mean, I knew this before. The question is, this little guy right here boots to some sort of server OS. Oh, now we're back. We're having intermittent issues with the internet today. In fact, we're having intermittent issues with my phone not being able to take calls. Sandy called a little while ago and she said it just went straight. No, it said it couldn't connect the call. She's like, whoa, are you okay? Are you okay? Turns out I couldn't make a call, but I could do a FaceTime. I guess because FaceTime was using the Wi-Fi. All right, so let's see if we can't figure this thing out here. Let's go here. And these are the specs for our motherboard. So let's see if we can get some info on the motherboard. And let's go boot to Windows. Yeah, and potentially disable CSM, compatibility support module. Do we have compatibility support module? And disable CSM in the boot section. Okay. Enable secure boot. All right, well, let's try that. I mean, we'll try anything. We're not going to break it. So we're going to exit to get back to the BIOS. And we'll come back to boot. And I don't think we have a CSM option. How about security? Secure boot is not active. Secure boot mode, standard or custom. Well, let's just go to standard. Well, I don't know what that did. It turned the system off. And not getting a signal. That's okay, we expect that. We may have to reset the BIOS to factory defaults if this doesn't do anything positive. Ah, well, that's different. Enter setup, display menu, force network boot. Well, we don't want to do a network boot. Ah, there we go. It's Windows. I mean, it's Windows. It's the Windows flag. But we'll see if it becomes anything more than the Windows flag. There we go. There's the little circly doodly. So that was Google AI that said, let me help. We'll see if that continues to help. So let's do the language. It's going to be English. Keyboard is US. I'd like to install Windows 11. I agree. Everything will be deleted. Yes. Product key. For right now, we're going to say we don't have a product key. We'll come put that back in later. And this is going to be Windows 11 Pro. And we're getting a few things ready. We're going to do the license. Yeah, I read all that, and I've accepted it. You read all that too, didn't you? I got it. That's pretty quick. Okay, now we've got a bunch of different USB drives here. But where are we going to install Windows 11? We're going to install Windows 11 right there in that unallocated space. The ESD USB, that's where Windows is. And then the other three are thumb drives that I have plugged in that I use for different kind of things, like loading drivers for video cards or other kinds of things like that, and drivers for different motherboards, so that the drivers are all up to date so that the PC will perform as expected. Okay, so this is installing Windows 11. Your PC will restart several times. This might take a while. 10% complete. And then it's spinning. So 10% could mean 0 to 10, or it could be 10.1% complete. You just never know. So we're just going to leave that and say, boy, wasn't that fun. You can see over my shoulder if we get any activity. Oh, we're up to 11%. Hey, at this rate, we'll be back on at 20%. Okay, lost my audio, got the audio back, confirm audio back. Is the fan turned off on the PSU? Yes, it is. It is. I think I got interrupted. I interrupted myself when I was explaining that earlier. The fan, which I believe is a Asus 1000-watt PSU, had a sticker on it that said, in times of low power consumption, the fan will turn off, which was really comforting. You know, you think about it, if you're new to building a PC and you plug something in and the fan doesn't turn, you think it's not working. I would. But to have a note like that on there, bink, that was good. So yeah. So the fan is off, but the PSU is on. So Office First says, Tom, thank you. I go back to 2016 when you did a show on audio echo with vMix. Same music intro. Yes, it was. It was. I think we started that one in maybe 2015. I'd have to go back and look. Yeah. Yeah. But very eagle eye there, R4Z4M4T4Z. Eagle eye. Eagle eye. Let's see, what are we up to now? We're up to 44%, so we really are zooming through this. My recollection is, and it's been probably 6 months since I've built one of these, that that there are going to be a few other hiccups that I have to remember to figure out. It's funny that Windows 11 made a big deal over needing TPM, some sort of protection module, and this motherboard has a receptacle on it for a TPM module, but it doesn't have a TPM module. But it doesn't appear to say, you know, you can't install Windows 11. I think Windows 11 has changed their view quite a bit, and a lot of computers that I've built that have a little bit of age on them, the complaint has been, hey, we couldn't put Windows 11 on there. It said it didn't qualify. I was like, well, it's sorta, but not sorta. So we need to go in and do some tweaking in the BIOS to turn on a few features so that Windows 11 is more comfortable. And I did that, ended up doing that with both my grandson's PCs, but oops, the screen has gone blank. It warned us it would, so we will not worry about that. And it sounds like it's restarting. But with my grandsons, I was able to do it in person. With some of my clients, it has been a matter of saying, okay, let's do this blind. I've got a blindfold on because I can't see your screen, because when you're in the BIOS, you don't have access to TeamViewer or anything like that. And so I would have screenshots here of what I thought their BIOS said, and we were 100% successful in getting through. Well, we were successful more often than not. There were a couple times where I had to say, okay, let's cheat and let's plug a camera in or take your phone and show me what the screen looks like, and we'll navigate through together. But we got it all done. It's been fun over the years to do a lot of technical support that really is very personalized. You know, I when somebody calls and says, Tom, 4 years ago we talked about this, I'll say, oh yeah, I remember. It was noteworthy. All right, what is this screen doing? It's not moving. The little circly hangly thing is just hung up. We'll give it a few minutes like that and see what happens. We may reboot it. The worst thing that can happen is that we'll just have to install Windows all over again. Next time, maybe this time, I'm going to clone this drive once I get it, and that will help us get through this process without so much heartburn. So it looks like, yeah, the fans ramped down. Yep, now the fans ramped up again, but there doesn't appear to be any activity on the screen. The motherboard has got two lights right here, just near the back plate. One of them is on all the time, which tells me that there's power to the motherboard, and the other blinks in a coded fashion. It's one long, one short, pause. One long, one short, pause. So I think I have a code reference around here somewhere. I looked it up, and it didn't appear to apply to us because it's been doing this the entire time, success or no success. Okay, well, we're still doing something. Fans are still ramping. we'll give it a chance to do what it's doing. Sometimes patience is the key. Other times patience is wasted because you're looking at a screen that's not going to move and not going to do anything. All right, Jasper says, have you tried Jet KVM? You will be able to work remote in the BIOS. No, I'll have to try that. Thank you. Thank you, that's cool. Jet KVM, good tip, Jasper. You guys know more than I do, collectively, and many of you individually, yeah. Okay, fan speeds have settled down, and we'll give it just another few minutes and see if something happens, and then we'll reboot it. Oh, there we go. Our patience was rewarded. It says to skip disk checking, press any key within 6 seconds. Well, let's just let it do its disk check thing, just in case. Can you see that? Let me get it so you can see it. So there we go again, and it says installing 0%. Please keep your computer on. Your computer may restart a few times. Installing 33%. So that's the key. I think that's the key. The key is to be patient. And when you run out of patience, then you can try something else. But I have not infinite patience, but I have big time patience, at least with machines. Because machines don't get mad, you know, they don't insult you, they don't take your parking place, you know. 42%, please keep your computer on. We're doing it. And the little code flash in here is the same. One long, one short. One long, one short. I think that's just like a heartbeat, you know. We're happy, we're doing our thing. We're clicking along. I think this CPU, the Xeon processor, is probably 3 or 4 times as large as a regular CPU, like a Core Ultra 7 or Ultra Core 7 or whatever Intel is naming their PCs these days. All right, blank screen again. What are we gonna do? We're going to run high fan for a moment. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's just the monitor flashing that it hasn't gotten a signal. Here we go again. We're kind of back to where we started. This is a kind of a server BIOS screen. So we're back to Windows. And we're back to the squiggly thing. And we're back to installing 94%. Just a moment. Here comes that magical moment. Just a moment. Dun, dun, dun. And we have Windows. All right, United States. Yes. US keyboard, yes. Second keyboard, no. Let's connect you to a network. Let's don't. How about a Shift F10? And then let's do START, MS dash CX H : local only. Did we get all that right? MSCXH. Let's just try that. Boom. There we go. All right. Who is going to use this PC? Well, it is going to be ESB 26011401. January 14th, first computer on this month. And password. We don't want a password. Can we get by that? There we go. Next. No password. We'll let the client put a password in there. Okay, hi. Hi. You're getting things ready for me. How exciting. You could say that. This might take a few minutes. Don't turn off your PC. We're warned again. Be patient. Be patient. Almost there. Choose a privacy setting for your device. Location? No. Find my device? No. Diagnostic data? No. No. Inking and typing? No. Tailored experience? No. Accept. There we go. We're there. We are there. Okay, so let's see. Let's see, now that we're here, let's see if we can't, I want to flash the motherboard. That's what I want to do. Before we do that, I've got to get the taskbar set where it should be. All right, taskbar behaviors, that's what I want. Center, no. Left, yes. We can get rid of the bashes and flashing and sharing in windows. Select far corner. Nope, we'll take all that stuff off for now. Okay, and let's see if we can't restart and go into the BIOS. So we'll do a traditional Windows restart. Something flashed up there. Didn't get to see what it was. And I want to just press the escape key a bunch of times. Sorry, the delete key. Generally, it's like the F1 key or the delete key will take you back into BIOS. All right, the monitor says no signal. That's a good sign. HDMI to enter setup plus delete. Okay. Press come on. There we go. That's what we want. Okay. So now, how are we doing on time? We're a few minutes over, but let's stick around with me. So Rich is here and he's like, what did I miss? Can you start over? Yeah, Rich, we are about to, this is the motherboard we're working with right here. And we are about to go here. And we're going to go to the Gigabyte. And get the latest BIOS for this guy. So we'll go to BIOS. And we'll get R13. Was on Christmas Day, 2025. So that's downloaded. And we need to get a blank thumb drive to put it on. So bear with me 1 second while I find a thumb drive of suitable capacity. That one going to work? 16 gig? I think that'll do it. So let's go here. 1 second. I'm going to go plug this guy in. The real reason we're doing this is so that we can install the driver for the 4080 Super and see if it will interfere with the operating with the motherboard. But we want to let's see. Yeah, there we go. Let's go there. What I'm going to do is just unzip this, extract all. And is that it right there? Yep. Let's take a peek in there. PDF, a doc file, an NSH file, Fishhawk Falls Flash. Okay. Let's take a look at the notes real quick. Okay. Processor to a bootable disk that uses a FAT format. Okay. Okay, use command shell, easy BIOS, pause version check instructions. Okay. Okay. R9 is what we have now, which is right here. And R10, does that show any different? It's got a bunch of updates, don't know what those are. R11, R12, R13. Okay. All right. Well, let's take all of this and copy it onto our, let's see if we can find our new volume. There we go. Get rid of that stuff, we don't need it. And we'll put our new, can't do the properties. That's all right. Not worried about that. I don't think. I am until I'm not. All right, so we got that going. So we'll let that finish. And then we'll take it over there and see if we can just install it the way we like to install it, which is through the BIOS update process. Okay, still going through a few more files. That there we go, we're good. Okay. So we will get that. And then let's change the camera view so you can see as much as what I'm doing. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on this now that we're getting into the nitty-gritty. You know what might be even better? Let's just take this view right here and let's zoom that view in. So let me get out of the way a little bit here. Let's see if we can zoom in. There we go, we're zooming in. Okay, good. Now I'll try to stay out of the camera. So I've got my trusty thumb drive here. Let's get that inserted back here where the Windows drive is. And we'll unplug all these other thumb drives so there's no chance of getting the wrong thing. And whoops, let's see, let's do this too. There we go. So I am going to use my cursor and just jump from screen to screen across the top. Let's see, how would we update? Does it give us a chance to do that? Set up flash. Select USB. Select BIOS image. Sure. Would that be it? Flashable ROM? We'll find out. Going back through those again just to make sure. Let's try the NSH. Will that do anything? Nope. Let's go back to the other one. I feel more comfortable with the ROM. Let's check the instructions. What the heck? Just to be sure. It increases our chances of success if we do the right thing the first time. So I'm going to go back to downloads here. Let you follow me in what I'm doing. So we're there. We're on inside that folder, and that's our flashable ROM. But let's look at release notes again. How can you help with this document? You can't. All right. Execute F and H for a BIOS update. Aha, okay. Let's check the others and see if they want to do the same thing. Well, let's be bold. Let's be bold. Let's go back here. Whoops. You need to see where I am. So we're going to go back to set up flash, scan disk, and we're going to do that file. And then let's do a save and exit and see what happens. Do we just boot to Windows? Well, that could happen. Yep, we do. So we're not updating the BIOS. System information tells us that our BIOS is still R09. No surprise there. Yeah, well, rather than ruin this, I think I will go back to the drawing board and read up on it before I screw things up, because we're doing so well so far. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. Let's finish out the show. We'll go to the post show, and I'll be right back. Yeah, baby. All right. So, Officers First, 2016. That's some history, baby, right there. And Jesper, thank you for that suggestion. That's a great idea. Jet KVM. Never heard of it. I'm just going to write it down here. KVM. That could be a lifesaver. Could be a lifesaver. All right. You know, you can take a block of wood and you can sand it and sand it and sand it. When you get done, you still have a block of wood, Rich. I'm teasing. Michael, welcome. He heard today that memory prices have gone up like 40% because of AI usage in data centers. That is true. And 40% is, I would say 200%, depending on which RAM it is. The PCs I'm building, not this PC, but the PCs I generally build based on an i7, that RAM is probably tripled in price. Yeah. Remember, 100% increase is double in price. Get your math right there. Amazingly, on this Obtanium build, The server RAM is very close to the same price I bought it at 6 months ago. I was surprised at that. That was really good. Okay, Shervin, welcome to the show. On Gigabyte, you need to download the AMI tool to update the BIOS. It's not legal for them to package the tool with the firmware file. Ah, good. Okay. I know from experience that fans on that AIO will cause that revving. Yeah, oh, that's something I needed to check in the BIOS and see if there's any fan control in the BIOS. It's not compatible with that Gigabyte board. Gigabyte has told me in the past that this is an issue they will not resolve. Well, we can fix the revving. We can put the fans on a different connector. Let's see if we can go back to the BIOS. Restart. I just want to see if there's any fan control in there. I also want to be able to tell it that the CPU cooler pump needs to be on 100% on the fan port that it's on. Okay, there we go. Press delete. Enter setup. There we go. Let's see if we've got any fan control here. Nothing on that page. Anything that says it's fan control? No, nothing that says fan control. Chipset. No. Server management. No. Security's not going to have it. Boot's not going to have it. Well, we'll go through this. Serial port. S10. PCI subsystem settings. Yeah. NVMe. Probably easier to Google it than just search through all this stuff. Advanced power management. Hardware PM state control. Nope. Miscellaneous? Nope. Well, we won't worry about that too much. So, save and exit. Yep. Let's see if we boot into Windows. See if we boot into Windows. Aha. On the Gigabyte server birds, you need to use remote management to change fan controls. Ah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't remember how I did it last time. But we will do that exactly. It's not in the BIOS. Let's see, can we get to the remote management? So Tim Fay says, so it is like IPme / iDrag / ILO. I'll try that. Let's see if we can get there. Nope. Let's see. Okay. This is the UEFI shell. Okay. So this must not be the right place to do that. Well, have to do some more homework. Type exit. Yep. That just takes me back to the BIOS. That's okay. Thank you, Sherman. I have to get back to it. Hope you saved. Now you know. Yep. If you swap the AI fans with this model, it won't rev. AIO fans. Okay, guys, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. And I'm going to say I really enjoyed hanging out with you. And I will see you next week. Hang around for the new song.
Well, it's the end of the show, the lights are down low. We've had some laughs and now it's time to go. Streaming idiots, delight on display. Hope you enjoyed it. We had fun today. From the very first laugh to the final goodbye, we shared our moments, oh my, oh my. So thank you, it's been a blast. We'll keep the fun rolling, this won't be our last. See you next week, set your reminders. More craziness coming, we're joyful finders. Each week we gather with jokes and smiles, from techie mishaps to quirky styles. Every stream is magic, a little surprise. More than just a show, it's all about the ties. We're a family here, part of your feed, chasing the giggles, fulfilling the needs. So thank you, it's been a blast. We'll keep the fun rolling, this won't be our last. See you next week, set your reminders. More craziness coming, we're joyful finders. So grab your popcorn and settle right in. With laughs on the screen, let the fun begin. From the couch or your bed, wherever you be, join us next time, come laugh with glee. We love your comments, your hearts and your cheers. Together we make memories that last through the years. So we wave goodbye, but don't shed a tear. We'll be back next week to bring you more cheer. In this digital age, we're all on a roll, streaming idiots. It's more than a stroll. Just hit that like and don't you forget. Keep spreading the joy, the fun's not done yet. So thank you, thank you. It's been a blast. We'll keep the fun rolling. This won't be our last. See you next week. Set your reminders. More craziness coming. We're joyful finders. So here's to the laughter, the joy that we share. With every single moment, we'll always be there. As the curtains close and the credits roll. Thanks, guys, for being part of our soul.